What is love? What needs to happen within our hearts for us to be able to say, I love this woman, or I love traveling, or I love my job? In the words of Jesus, the heart loves when it finds something valuable. Matthew 6:21 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Can you see it? According to Jesus, our hearts run after that which presents itself as a treasure. In other words, love is the consequence of having found something precious. It is the result of having discovered something valuable. So, it is biblical to define love with one word. Love is a response. Love is the response of the heart to what it is perceived as valuable or attractive. Now, what does it involve to love something or someone? At least 4 things. First, it involves being able to see the beauty or value of something. For example, I am passionate about castles. I can spend hours looking at them. However, for you, castles might be boring or unattractive. Perhaps you like famous paintings, something that I find indifferent. This means that what can't be a treasure for one can be of little value for another. Can you see it? Jesus is right. To love something, I have to be able to perceive its value. Secondly, loving something involves a response that I cannot force. You cannot force yourself to love something. No, you can't force others to do so. I cannot tell you, enjoy castles as I do. And you can't put a gun to my head and force me to find pleasures in paintings. You can ask me to go to a museum with you, but something radical needs to happen inside of my heart for me to enjoy looking at famous paintings as you do. So, if we can't force our hearts to love, how do we change what we love? Let me use an example to clarify. Imagine a child that is addicted to hard sweets. How could you help him to stop his addiction? Well, you could order him to stop eating hard sweets. You could shout at him. You could threaten him. You could explain him that sweets cause tooth decay. You could even lock him in a room until he obeys you. Now, will he stop eating sweets? Yes. Will he stop loving them? Do you know how you can free him from his addiction? Offering him chocolate. When he discovers the sweetness of chocolate, he will no longer be addicted to sweets. Do you understand the analogy? Jesus is chocolate. How a deep change is produced? When my eyes are opened to the reality that Christ is more precious than anything the world can offer me. Thirdly, loving something involves my whole heart. This means that when I love something, my whole heart is at work. My mind reasons, this is precious. My feelings confirm, oh my gosh, this is precious. My will decides, this is absolutely great. I want it. Once your heart comes to these conclusions, it can do nothing but surrender to that object. As it happened to Adam and Eve. They chose to sin because they saw the fruit as attractive, precious, and pleasing to their eyes. Finally, loving something involves a high level of commitment. Personally, it helps me a lot to separate between two levels or degrees of love: affections and emotions. Affections are the things that we treasure the most. They perceive the object as having ultimate value. For example, feeling loved, accepted, secure, finding meaning, and many others. Our affections are constant. They don't change. On the other hand, emotions are temporary reactions of the heart. They express how we feel. For example, sadness, anger, bitterness, joy. You see, these are fleeting. They change very, very easily. Now, a key point you need to understand is that our affections determine our emotions. Remember Natalie and Rob? Natalie loves buying clothes. How does Natalie feel when she buys clothes? Happy, joyful. Why? Because she loves her image, remember? Now, how does Natalie feel when she can't buy clothes? Sad. Why? Why? Because she loves her image. Do you see it? Her emotions have changed, but her affections haven't. You see? Her affections determine how she feels. What needs to change for Natalie to stop feeling sad? What she loves, her affections. If Natalie loves Christ more than her image, then she will stop feeling sad because she can't buy clothes. In fact, she will start feeling happy and joyful for the fact that Christ loves her. Then she will be free to have clothes or not to have clothes. No, I can't force my heart to love something it doesn't want to. But I can present it with something more worthy of its love, so it can abandon an old attachment and replace it with a new one.